What's happening Wednesday?
Yes, it is. How are you all? I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. We're here at home. We're hanging out. I've got the glow of the phone in front of me. In fact, I'm going to turn this brightness down so it's not shining down in a weird light. But anyways, welcome to What's Happening Wednesday. We are here. We're hanging out. I don't know why the live chat's not showing up. Hold on a minute. Oh, let me get it. There we go. Sometimes like the chat doesn't like show up for us. How is everyone doing? Welcome everyone. We'll give everybody a minute to get in here. Welcome.
Hello Steve. Hello Jessica. Okay, I'm starting to see the chat come through. Let me just put this pop out chat. There we go.
It's always a little like, what do you call it? Slow for us. I don't know why. Like lately, between the like the what do you call it? The stream like getting interrupted and then that it's like, geez, I don't know what's going on. Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here tonight.
We're Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Don't know where that is.
It's in New Mexico.
So by the way, if you're seeing basically just the top of Spencer's head while he stares down into oblivion, it's not oblivion, it's the screen. He's holding it, it's like right down here.
Yeah, I have
so for anybody that's watching a replay, and you just see the top of his head, that's why. So don't, and if I look down, it's because I'm on the phone. It's a little far away where we have the phone that we're streaming on, aka my phone.
Alaska's in the house, Bakersfield, the Valley.
Hello.
Ventura, Puerto Vallarta.
Who's Puerto on vacation?
Stacy is.
Elena says, I just came from watching the merch search video. Well,
nice.
That is great. Did you guys enjoy it? So if anybody...
Oakdale, Las Vegas, Long Beach.
If anybody watched the merch search video, did you guys find anything in the merch video that you like really wanted to get? Like something that just stood out to you that you were like, dang, I want this.
You did.
I found like 20 things that I wanted.
Dang, we got a lot of...
did.
So we got Long Beach, Oakdale, Vegas, Rhode Island, Kentucky, Oregon, El Paso, Florida, New Jersey, Washington. Miss Mammoth is here. Rohnert Park, that's a place I have not heard of. Usually I've heard of every place that comes in here. Tucson.
Tatum says, I want everything.
Well,
Happy What's Happening Wednesday, everyone.
Salt Lake City, Jacksonville, Florida.
The Schmoopsy Poo shirt is life. I love it. Saw you guys last Saturday at Disneyland while eating at Galactic Grill. What were we eating? I wonder. I just want to think about it. I love eating. Eating is so much fun.
I was having a breakfast sandwich.
Oh yeah, I didn't eat. Dang. Need to know, is the monorail down for good? No. If you watched our video that came out in, I think it was like the 3rd of January.
Just a little refurb.
We talked about, it's actually a long refurb. It's about a month long. It's quite a lengthy refurb.
Which is,
so, you know.
Can I just say, and this is coming from a place of ignorance, seems like a long time considering we just got the monorail back.
The monorail is, like, if you think about what a monorail is and how old that system is.
It is old, you're right.
And how much weather it's subjected to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I come from a place of ignorance. It's just that
And not that I know everything, but that's, if you really think about it. Somebody said, did you get your Villains Night party tickets? No, we did not. We actually, I think we explained this last What's Happening Wednesday, but we'll explain it again for anybody who's new here, and especially if you're watching a replay. We actually don't really do the parties. We've done like 90s night and...
We did a Star Wars night.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Wasn't that a Star Wars night?
Maybe a long time ago.
It was like the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we did that, and I think when we went to them, we realized that they're not really something that's super vloggable, like watchable, because it's...
For us, at least.
It's so hard to, like, talk with all the music. It's such a fun party to be there, though. If you're really in...
Yeah.
Let me just tell you what it is. It's very difficult to get to the food, the exclusive food. That's a difficulty. A lot of lines. A lot of lines for a lot of photo ops. Cool photo ops most of the time.
Yeah.
But a lot of lines. For us, you know, one of the benefits would be getting to go on a bunch of rides, because there tends to be a lot of people waiting for photos, and because we aren't really worried about going on rides, and the photos, if you add up what it costs, it's not really worth it for us.
Right.
But if that's your thing, you go for it. I think dressing up, it'll be so much fun for you. So you just have to kind of know what it's, worth for you and your budget and whatever. I personally would rather save my money and like put it towards Walt Disney World in the spring. So that's me.
Because for us, it's like, what are we getting that's different than we normally get because we're there so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're always going on rides. We're always trying whatever foods are there, even if I know that they have special things for those. But so essentially, it's special food and photo ops, two things which have massive lines, and we don't tend to like wait in a lot of lines. And we don't tend to do a lot of photo ops, and as well as like you were saying for a video, it's like, well, how do we make a video out of that?
It's kind of hard. So again, could we go and enjoy ourselves and just like kind of have the party that it is? Sure, but again, I don't find it worth it for us. But again,
I mean, it's not Oogie Boogie. Let's put it to you that way.
Yeah, like Oogie Boogie's so
Oogie
worth
Boogie
it.
is a whole different thing.
Same with Merriest Nights.
Yeah.
Are you going to Sweethearts Night? No, so we're not going to Sweethearts, Villains, or Star Wars. Now, again, I'm not like completely, shutting that down. You just never know. But as of like right now, the decision is like no.
Whoa, Debbie, you know what's funny? I think I did feel the earthquake tonight.
Oh, no, I didn't. When would that have been?
When we took a little afternoon rest, and I was in the bedroom, and I thought for sure that I felt some movement.
Oh.
But I thought it was me because I was like, whoa, like, I don't know. You know how sometimes you think it's you, but I
didn't know that. Does anybody know any information about the trams? No, but I do think, again, if you watch that What to Expect in January video, we touched on that just a bit. Our prediction is that it would be maybe the end of February, early March.
Yeah. When
we're in Walt Disney World.
Tram scan 2022 now.
It was a 4.2 earthquake. Where was it centered?
I'm telling you, I felt it.
We are taking a trip September 4th through the 12th. I was wondering when the Oogie Boogie Bash starts. It's usually like September, like,
like the end of?
No, it's like the middle to end. I think it was. Oh, man. So pricey for the after hours. Went to Boo Bash, but might not. You know what I would do is go on our channel and go check out when that first video from Oogie Boogie Bash was this year, and it'll show you when the video was published.
That was the first night.
Yeah, so that'll help. Went to grad night at Disneyland in 1994. That is rad. I was supposed to go to grad night at Disneyland and forgot what I did instead. I think my friends and I went and did something else. So that was dumb.
I never did a grad night.
Well, you lived in LA.
It doesn't matter. They did grad nights at Disneyland.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I thought it was only like
certain places
surrounding areas. Yeah, ours was definitely at Disneyland, and I did not go. Tyler, thank you for the 10. I noticed Walt Disney World has a lack of dark rides in Fantasyland compared to Disneyland. But in Walt Disney World, Tomorrowland, Walt Disney World has People Mover, Carousel of Progress. Seems Walt Disney World has more thrill, and Disneyland has more dark rides. It's definitely different, and I think what's kind of nice that they've done in Disney is that they kind of keep things that are in Walt Disney World, and then Disneyland kind of keeps things that are not in Walt Disney World, and vice versa. So that way you get kind of a plethora of different things.
Like Mr. Toad, they don't have it there anymore, but we still have it here, and
yeah. You didn't do grad night either. Yeah, it's like, I know that everybody went to Disneyland, and I remember going like, I'm not going to go. But I remember Winter Formal, a lot of us went to Disney instead of going to the dance. So it's kind of like that happened a lot. Oh, okay, Riverside County. Thank you. Be Yourself Adventures. Is the monorail going to be down also for the refurbishment of Downtown Disney? Mom is better. Love you both. Good to hear that. I think so, but I don't know for sure. I can't comment on the monorail and the Downtown Disney kind of project there, so I don't want to give you an answer and be wrong about that.
I don't think the two things are related.
I think they will be at some point because
at some point, but
Sugar Boo and you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't think that there's anything construction-wise that's related to the monorail as of yet. You know, there's
I think it depends on when where it's located though. Like if it because Starbucks is going down and then Lego store I think maybe so.
So maybe they'll maybe they'll start closest to the monorail while it's down and then move that way. I don't know.
Could be. Tammy, thank you for the 5. Thank you, Katie, again for responding to me on Instagram. Your hugs helped me today very much in Santa Rosa. Glad to hear that. I actually meant to reply from Best Life and Beyond, but then I was like, oh, I'm on my profile, but same thing. Jeremy, thank you for the 10. Happy New Year, Spencer and Katie. I was walking behind you at Disneyland. I wanted to say hello, but I was shy and didn't want to bother you. You're not going to ever bother us. We always tell people, even if you just say like a quick, hey, Best Life, that's good too. Like, you know, so if you ever feel that way, you don't even have to if you really don't want to, but I want to encourage you, if you do want to say hi in any way, just a quick little hello, totally good. Spencer, where do you get your hats?
New Era. New Era is where I get these online. Yeah.
I'm drinking the same thing I always do, water with some Mio vitamins in it. It's like the little Mio thing that I like the grape flavor. It's my favorite.
Oh, Mio.
Do you think it's farther to walk from one end of Epcot to the other than it is to walk from Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland to Pixar Pier at DCA?
Wow.
I wonder. We should look on a map and see. Like, that would be kind of cool to see. Will you be at the parks this Friday? I think we have a reservation for Friday. I believe we do. We have a reservation for tomorrow and Friday. So if we do, would you guys want to see a live stream or two from inside the park?
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you would.
Oh, you're asking them.
Katie, when will Star Wars Launch Bay reopen at Disneyland? I almost wonder if it will. Like, I'm kind of curious if it even will.
Yeah, nobody's talked about that.
Oh, good. Victor, one of our moderators is here.
What's up, Victor?
Sean, thank you for the 5. What is your opinion and is it worth it? The Vera Wang designer ears. I'm not sure I do collect mini ears. You two rock. I think they were a couple $100, right? Am I correct?
I think so.
If so, then I would say no, because the problem is, for me, I'm going to say no, because I like to wear my ears in the park. I don't ever get ears and just like leave them at home. So I would probably ruin them or drop them or something.
You would.
So it
she
would
leave
not
them in the trunk of the car
yeah.
and they get like smashed by my skateboard or something.
Right, it would not be worth it for me. But if you really like it, I think anything that you really like is worth it. If it really makes you happy, then I'd say it's worth it for you.
There's a good question. Calissa, what are your favorite country bears?
Oh, Wendell probably. I like Liver Lips a lot too, but Wendell's my favorite.
You're a Wendell.
Liver Lips is really funny though. Like I said, me and Brian had the best interaction with Liver Lips before. Oh
Big Al too. I mean, Big Al with his Blood on the Saddle song.
That's
I mean,
good too.
you know.
Hi Spence, Katie. Hi Katie. What do the crowds usually like at the end of February, first week of March, heading into Disneyland that time? We'll definitely do an update and what to expect in February, just like we did for January. But to give you a little bit of a sneak peek or whatever I'd say, it's actually not that bad. It's kind of off season. It's not too terrible.
That's historically speaking. We're in unprecedented times where we've never had reservations for Disneyland. This is the first time this has been a thing starting
but traditionally those are less of a busy travel time. Also, you have to remember we have the whole COVID thing going on. Not everybody is like violently sick. The hospitals, so we read, aren't being filled up, but people are getting like sick, meaning cold, flu, milder symptoms, but sick is sick. So people are staying home,
right? Which
is a good thing that came out of this. So throw that all together. I kind of think it'll be lower crowds still. That's just my guess. Be Yourself Adventures. This is for treats and coffee for your next visit. Love the merch I received from you. Oh, that's great. Thanks, you. Larry. Do you still have to wait till 2 to park hop? I think it's 1
o'clock. Yeah.
I think it's 2 in Walt Disney World.
I don't know, but it's 1 o'clock here.
It's 2 in Walt Disney World, 1 o'clock here. Any plans on going to Aulani anytime soon? Would love to follow your adventures there. We want to go. The only thing is I'm kind of waiting because they have some pretty strict COVID protocols there right now. Yeah. And again, that's a good thing. I'm not saying we're against it. But I'm just kind of waiting until it's a little bit more mellowed out and calmed down because it seems like they don't want a lot of tourism right now. Maybe I don't know. Also, I need to get over flying over the ocean.
I was watching the pipeline surf contest today, Dahui shootout.
Oh, is that what you were watching?
Yeah. It's a contest on the North Shore that I was watching online today. It's pretty cool. Good surf. Oh my gosh.
Is DVC worth it? I think if you're going frequently, then sure. And if you like to stay on property, we like to stay both on property and off property. We're okay with both because we rent a car either way. And we go in weird times. So for us, we're totally okay with either or. So it just depends on how often you go and if you prefer to stay on property.
OG Fingers FB. Spencer's pretty tall in person, working the camera like a pro at Disneyland last Saturday.
Heck
I hope it looks like a pro. I don't know. I just hope the product turns out good.
I think you've been doing a really good job.
Thank you.
I do. And I don't just say that because I work with you and I'm your girlfriend.
But
besides that.
Well, thank you.
Any updated skincare routine? No, pretty much the same. Yeah, pretty much the same from when I told you when we were in Mammoth. Allie, is that Allie from Napa Valley? It is. Thank you for the 10. I made it. I've been having a rough couple weeks.
Oh.
I've been battling some severe depression and anxiety attacks. Your videos have helped keep my mind occupied. Thank you. I'm really sorry to hear that, but I'm happy that you're working through it. I know how, I think, to be frankly honest with you all, we were talking about it in November, December. I think we both really hit a very big low. So I kind of think you're not alone with that.
Yeah, no.
You know, I didn't realize the low until like kind of the new year started, and I was like, wow, I don't feel as low as I did. So I don't know. Like I actually wanted to get healthy. Whereas like in November and December, even a little bit of October, I didn't really want to.
Oh, the earthquake was centered in La Quinta.
Wow.
One of our favorite spots.
That. Yeah, it's only about an hour away from here, maybe less.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel good about the safety protocols Disneyland has in place in regards to keeping things safe for guests? Yeah, we the masks indoors, sometimes it's kind of silly because it's, you know, you'll walk like in the tiniest little part or you know, it's a little weird. And I think the other thing is now that they were saying that like N95 are the most like, you know, so I think that's a little weird.
Well,
but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, now that it's, I don't know, it seems like a lot of people are doing okay with it. So I don't know. I guess we're just kind of like, meh. We feel better though because we're in our local little bubble. So I guess there's that. But you know, everybody's risk assessment is different. So.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if you think about it, you go to rope drop and you're smashed in with hundreds of people real close, and so I don't know what the difference would be there with than being inside with like 1/16 of that amount of people. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it's just the way it is, right?
Again, your risk assessment isn't the same as our risk assessment, so you really have to look at it and do that. Maybe talk to your doctor or physician, and maybe they can like guide you a little bit better. But we like it. What's the best place to stay in Newport or Laguna Beach? We still have a lot of research to do on that.
That's true.
And you'll get to see it. Christopher, thank you for the 5. Spencer, did you ever meet Bob Saget? Rest in peace, Mr. Tanner.
Yeah, I came across him a couple times. I never really had much interaction with him, but always super nice guy. And you know, what a sad, way too early thing that was. I'll tell you.
It was awful.
Kind of a shocker over here.
Yeah, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like he seemed like, but I guess that just proves to you, you never know when your last day could be.
Man.
Kay Wood, thank you for the 5. Love you guys. I always hope to see you when I'm at Disneyland. Question: have you bought a spider bot? No.
No, we haven't. They're cool though.
They're very cool, but I don't, you know.
Also, speaking of losses, today we lost Ronnie Spector. Of the, I think they were called the Ronettes, you know, Be My Baby. She was a singer. Yeah, she passed away today, so that was kind of sad if you are into music. She was somebody that Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys said that that song Be My Baby was like the best, most perfect pop song ever done. So there you go.
I don't know if it's pop, but I think Africa from Toto is the most perfect song.
Well, that's also revered, you know. I think when he made that statement, that song had not been created yet, Africa. So
Tyler, thank you for the 5. Okay, you guys have to ask top favorite rides at Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. Okay, we're gonna try and do this quick. My top is Storybook and Small World, Pirates.
that's for
Matterhorn,
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Magic Kingdom, I would say Mine Train, People Mover, and those are like my top there.
Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Big Thunder, and
Ooh, Big Thunder.
Alice in
Magic
Wonderland.
Kingdom.
Let's say.
I like Big
that.
Thunder at Magic Kingdom better than at Disneyland.
And then Magic Kingdom, I would say I definitely agree with you on Mine Train. What else?
Oh, I almost forgot Carousel of Progress.
Carousel of Progress.
AKA Spencer's Nap Time.
And Tom Sawyer's Island.
Oh, that's good.
Is primo over there,
what do you think is better?
As well as the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, which is still the Swiss Family.
What do you think is better though? Tom Sawyer, or not Tom Sawyer, Big Thunder Mountain there or Big Thunder Mountain here?
Theirs is pretty
Theirs is better
darn
to me.
good. It's in reverse.
It's a trick track, man.
And there's some different elements, and then it sits right on the water of the Rivers of America, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So
Serena, thank you for the 5. Evening, you two. Just attended a friend's funeral today. He sadly committed suicide on New Year's Eve. Just a reminder to check in on your friends. Exactly. That's why we preach all the time. You don't know. You're not going to see that. I mean, you're just not going to see somebody that, looks like, what does depression look like? Right? What does anxiety look like? Everybody thinks
that's
anxiety
what if you've seen the movie Kid 90 with Soleil Moon Frye, and a lot of friends that she grew up with were in that same situation where they
that's a good question. Katie,
took their own life, and she didn't know, and her whole thing was that she wished she would have seen it back then. That's her only regret, is that she didn't see it. She was kind of caught up in her own thing.
You can't see it.
And looking back, she's like, I should have known. You know?
This is a really good question. I know you said you suffer from anxiety and it's gotten worse with the recent COVID spike. How do you manage it with such a crowded park? Well, crowds don't trigger my anxiety as bad anymore because I'm so exposed to it all the time. If anything, I almost find a little bit of comfort in it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't when it's hot. But for me, I'm noticing the isolation, the things that are not in my normal routine, change, things that are unknown, people getting, depressed and all that. That's what triggers.
So basically, anxiety. Different things trigger different anxieties for different people. It's not just across the board. Like crowds trigger anxiety. It's different for everybody.
Some people it does. Yeah, like agoraphobia. There's all kinds of different things. S. Allen sends 5. Steve from Kentucky here. Hi, Spencer and Katie. My wife and I are coming to Disneyland for our wedding anniversary. Wow. Happy anniversary. Hope to see you.
Awesome.
Weezer does an amazing cover of Africa. I actually really like that cover. Michael, thank you for the 5. Hey guys, Facebook group showed today trams coming back and saw them out on the first level of the parking garage. Have you heard any news? They have been out on the first level of the parking garage for a very long time.
Yeah.
Very, very long time.
I mean, I hope they come back sooner. Trust me. It's a travesty. Here's what I fear: they're gonna come back and they're gonna be like, "Oh, we gotta take the trams into refurb."
No.
Wait.
Trams never get refurbed.
Well,
I do know what's something though. I was thinking about that because I used to Snapchat. If you've been following me for a long time, every time I took the tram, I Snapchatted on the tram. Right? The spiel that's on the tram, they're gonna have to change it because they're like, annual passes are an exceptionally good value, and
all that's gonna have to
book
change.
Your Max Pass on the app today. It's like, homie, none of that exists.
There's gonna be mask requirement, spiel. There's gonna be all sorts of weird stuff. Did you guys know that Mark Brickey from Adventures in Design is the Trampian?
Yeah.
He holds the world record, the Guinness Book World Record for riding the tram more than anybody in one day period. I forget what the number is, but
a lot.
He is the Trampian.
Yeah, he is.
The champion of the trams. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay, sorry. Let me. Whoop. Boom. Will you guys take a Disney cruise? No. As of right now.
We're just not cruise people. We've said this before. It's just not something that we're into.
But the good part is, if you really want to watch cruise content, and you don't mind it not being us, there's so many people that do cruise content.
Yeah.
My husband and I are going in October for 10-year wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Nice.
Excited to be in the happiest place on earth. 274 days. I love the day countdown. I love it. That makes me so happy. That is so rad. I've gained 20 pounds since Disneyland reopened. I've been looking at Disneyland restaurant menus all day. I've gained... I've gone up and down. Like, I'll start to lose a little, and then I would just get, like, caught up in the whole depression thing of, like, how everything's going down, and then again. So
Tiffany makes a good point.
I feel you.
Tiffany makes a good point about Disneyland Big Thunder, that we have stuff in the last lift hill that they don't. We have the
skunks.
Well,
skunk
the
butt.
exploding mine scene.
It's true. Yes.
Plus the Rainbow Cavern.
Yes.
Now, the Rainbow Cavern is a reference.
Don't they have a Rainbow Cavern? Yeah, they do.
They do have a Rainbow Cavern, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, she says, plus we have the Rainbow Cavern and they don't, but each have their own. Anyways.
I thought they did have a
I think
Rainbow.
they do have a Rainbow
It's
Cavern.
been
They
a couple
do.
months.
You know that's in reference because it was built first at Disneyland, and what was in the space where Big Thunder used to be was Nature's Wonderland Mine Train, and there was a Rainbow Cavern in there, and that's why they put it in Big Thunder as reference homage to the previous attraction that was there. I got to ride that a lot when I was a kid, and I used to get it mixed up with the regular train, and like in looking back, because you know when you're really young, it's your memory and your perception of things is a little bizarre, and I used to always get the trains mixed up, big time. But I loved Nature's Wonderland. There's still elements of it left. You could see the tracks and some of the tunnels when you walk by on the Big Thunder Trail, because it used to go out through the tunnel onto the rivers of America and then come back in towards Big Thunder, where the entrance to Galaxy's Edge is. And you can find a lot of pictures online of it and like Yesterland and stuff. It's really cool. It was a great ride. It really was.
Mm-hmm. Somebody was asking about restaurant reservations. Are you talking about Disneyland or Disney World? If you're talking about Disneyland, they are a mess right now. You need to be literally 30 days out at like 3 in the morning, and even then it's hard to do. So you really have to, look at that. But also, walk up really works. So good luck with that, Will you guys be going to Solvang soon? Also, have you guys ever been to Claros Italian Deli? I think you would love it. The smells alone are worth going for. They have one in Tustin and La Habra. Oh, okay. Solvang, I kind of looked into it, but again, with everything being the way it is, we're not going too crazy on traveling right now. We're kind of trying to stay within our bubble until things calm down a little bit. Thank you, Megan, for the 5. Hey guys, loved your Crystal Cove video. Didn't even know that place existed. Excited to check it out. Do you think Roger Rabbit ride will go away? I kind of do think Roger Rabbit.
Really? You think so?
Mm-hmm. I do, eventually.
I mean, it is really represented in that concept art photo.
Actually, no. Why would they have changed it?
I don't think they
mind,
will.
you're
I mean,
right.
that's a lot of money and a lot of...
I think that's just me being skeptical.
I think they just didn't include it in the artwork because it wasn't necessary. That's my guess. I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right.
But I don't think they're going to take it out and not replace it with anything. Why take an attraction away?
That's true. Robert's Life, thank you for the 5. What overseas Disney park are you guys more excited to visit and explore? Paris is mine. Tokyo.
Yeah, she's all about Tokyo.
PSA guy, thank you for the 2. Heard 2022 G23 Expo will be the last Chapek move. Ugh. We'll see what happens. Have you considered...
But here's the thing: is will he even show up to D23?
Oh, probably not.
He ain't gonna show up.
Tips for staying COVID safe at the park? Not really. I think it doesn't matter what you do. Even if you're wearing a mask, washing your hands, I have known more people that have, done everything in their power. But I think if you're leaving the house, heck, even if you're staying home, I know a lot of people that even stayed home and got it. I think we all have a date with COVID, and you just need to be at your best and be ready. Be very healthy if you can, and believe in it. And get vaccinated. That's all you can really do. You have to assess your risk, but I will promise you, pretty much all of us have a date with it. So, how are you going to be on your date?
What are you doing?
There was a troll. I just wanted to get rid of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like, she took my screen away. I was like, what are you doing? I need my screen. I can't see.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So
What
somebody
were you
asked
asking?
about, there it is, Pinball 541, my thoughts on Knott's taking Montezuma's Revenge for a year refurb. Well, that's an old ride. Okay, that's been around since I was a little kid, and I'm, over 50, so it's understandable. It's like when you talked about the monorail earlier, and it's been around for a long time, so it needs extra care. So that's a bummer, but
Well, oh, it's a refurb? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. Like, I feel like I've seen somebody post about, probably Dylan, but that's it. Like, I probably didn't even read it because I ain't a Knott's girl, I guess. I'll be honest with you. Glad to see you all okay. I have a coworker whose whole family got it. She was out of a week for 2 weeks, but she got her booster, so not that long. Good.
There you go.
Thank you, Serena, for reminding everybody to hit that like button. We appreciate you.
Oh, J&M's, the bowls from Bonsai Bowls look really yummy. Yeah, the Bonsai Bowls rules.
Somebody commented and they were like, those are full of sugar. I'm like, yes, that's why it was a treat.
Yeah.
It's natural sugar.
It's natural
but
sugar.
It's definitely a treat.
Yeah.
It's definitely high sugar. So
Yeah.
no doubt about that. We knew going into it, we were like, Bonsai Bowls, especially with the working out.
And I've seen a lot of questions about the Book of Boba Fett. We haven't seen we've only seen the first episode so far.
Yeah, we'll watch it later. Favorite DCA snack?
Ooh,
there's a lot.
Something we haven't had in a long time. It's the cookie nom noms.
That sounds
Those
good.
are pretty darn good.
I feel like anything at Ghirardelli is really good.
Yeah, Ghirardelli's bomb.
We aren't,
we haven't been indulging in any of that stuff, but historically.
But very good. Christopher, how many times have you eaten at Bob's Big Boy?
Oh, a bunch.
Same here.
The Burbank location.
Chili spaghetti.
And the Big Boy special, right? The one that comes with the salad and right?
Yummy.
Yeah, super good.
So good. Lunar celebration coming next week. Yes, we'll be covering all of that.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Are you going to try the new frozen chocolate covered bananas? Ugh, I don't like chocolate covered bananas.
Yeah, I'm not into those myself.
Ugh.
So the answer is no. A resounding no from this.
The good part is, though, you have the best food vloggers in all of America. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It is Magic Journey.
The Journey of Magic has covered that. And
at least I think they did.
I saw some Instagram stuff
I haven't
for them.
watched their videos. It's like I said, I can't watch while I'm done.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not yet. I'm not strong enough yet.
Yeah.
But yes, if you want to see everything Disneyland, indulgent food, deliciousness, and in the best way, Magic Journeys.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both don't like chocolate covered bananas. I like chocolate covered strawberries.
I also don't like the apples, the candy apples.
I don't like candy apples at
I like
all.
apples, and I like candy.
What about caramel apples?
But don't combine those things.
What about caramel
That's
apples?
what I mean. I don't like.
Okay, because candy apples and caramel apples are two very different things.
Yeah.
Candy apples are gross.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Maybe some like sliced apples with caramel on them, but I'm not into.
Gosh,
I'm not
caramel
into
apples
like.
are delicious.
It's a weird thing with me. Like I don't like messing with the way an apple. I don't know. It's just
No, I
like,
get it because I don't like that with bananas.
I love how they look. I think they're really cool looking, and it's like the olives. I wish I was into them, but I'm just not.
Yeah. Fruit and chocolate is why doesn't the parks have candy apples? I think they used to, but I guess it just depends on like the vendors or wherever they get them from. So candy apples are not as good as caramel apples. Facts right there. That is some big facts. Spitting the truth right there. Caramel apples are great, especially the nut. See, I don't like the nut covered ones though. The nut ones is where we cross the line because that just, that's how I broke off one of my. I don't remember if you guys remember, but I broke off one of my crowns snapped in half, and then I had to get a root canal because it was all exposed. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. So now I like look at like nuts on things, and I'm like, ugh, oh god, Yarley's here. Is that the troll?
We don't have any trolls. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Have you tried the kitchen sink yet?
We did.
That's how I got this. I ate a couple of kitchen sinks.
Katie has her own kitchen sink now.
They do have candy apples there in the Winnie the Pooh area. Oh, okay, so they brought them back. Sometimes like things are not available that we were
Okay,
used
so
to
what's the
seeing.
difference between a candy apple and what are the ones that I see all the time at like Candy Palace? What are
Those are caramel apples.
Oh.
Because they have a layer of like chocolate and they have candy on them. But a candy apple is like red and like crunchy. It's like literally like a sucker, but
Okay.
on
Sorry.
an apple. Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh. So gross.
Gotcha.
No, thank you. In your opinion, who has better merch, Disneyland or Disney World? They're the same. I won't lie to you. They're pretty much the same. They're the same. Often the red shell will have a cinnamon flavor.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Not having that.
No. Any desire to participate in a Run Disney event? No.
No.
The thought of waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, no, I can't do it. 3 o'clock in the morning and then running or walking so many miles, like, no. Not fam. Think they only make them on Fridays. Oh, okay. Tokyo Disneyland merch, legit amazing.
Very cinnamony.
Amazing. I love you guys, but I have to go. Stay safe and healthy. God bless you guys. Same to you. Right back at you. Cinnamon candy apples are delicious. Okay, so we have people that like that. Christina, you are a liker of cinnamon candy apples.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I never did. Ready for another Mug Life morning coffee tutorial. Oh, wasn't that fun? I guess a lot of people really enjoyed that. Any entertainment or parades during the week in February? Where can my daughter see the princesses? Go to Princess Fantasy Fair in Fantasyland.
It's like if you're looking at the castle from Main Street, it's the building to the left of the castle.
Oh, okay.
Kind of in between the castle and Frontierland. It's kind of in Frobecca.
Frobecca?
Yeah. Frobecca is Frontierland below the castle. Frobecca. So that little zone is we used to call it, there was a donut cart that used to be right there.
The donut cart!
And people would say, "Where's the donut cart?" And we'd say, "Frobecca. It's Frontierland below the castle." So it's below the castle in between there and Frontierland. Kind of like, you know how Tribeca is.
Let's talk about the donut cart.
No.
So good. So good. Would love to see Big Bear Lake video from you guys. That would be fun. That'd be fun.
How's the street art life been? I haven't done any painting or anything in a while. It's just out of that rhythm. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I have a show coming up that I better get cracking on pretty soon here. But other than that, I still follow a lot of my cohorts, and I watch what they're doing, and I know what's going on. But yeah.
Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Wait, how did I? This thing is so far away. Hold on, I'll do it on my phone.
I know it's hard to do that on there.
It's too like far away.
Without messing up.
There we go. Got it. Remember McDonald's fry carts near the Mark Twain? Forgot.
Yeah.
Dude, so good. Those fries. I'm sorry, but okay, out of all the fast food French fries, who agrees that McDonald's are the best? I think McDonald's are the best.
They're pretty good. I also like the Wendy's fries are pretty good.
I'm talking like the best though.
Well.
McDonald's fries, right?
And I like In-N-Out. Fries are really good because they're
But
natural.
they don't have that beef seasoning. PSA guy, thank you for the 2. How do you deal with trolls and not affecting you guys? They just don't.
They just don't matter.
They still pay us because they watch our videos. McDonald's are the best. See, everybody agrees.
Yeah, McDonald's, you're right.
I love that. Would you
Now,
guys
but here's the
meet up
weird
with...
thing. Here's the weird thing about McDonald's fries. When they're cold, they're terrible.
No, I know.
Isn't
You're
that weird?
right. You're
Any
right.
other fries, like I can eat cold In-N-Out fries because they're natural.
Uh-huh.
So, as much as I agree with you about McDonald's, I'm just saying that it's like there's something.
Okay, but we're going with fresh.
Yeah, I know, but there's something weird about it in the fact that you can't eat them cold, but you can eat the In-N-Out ones cold.
I could eat them cold. They're just not as good.
They like literally have no flavor.
All right, all this fry talk. Who did this? Who brought this up? Y'all are awful.
Man.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible. Would you ever meet up with Adam at an East Coast DVC resort? Yes, he sent me some pics when he was at whatever it was called, Hilton Head, I think it's called. And I'm like, I'm jealous. I didn't know it was that awesome. Watch the video, even cooler. What's worse, Downtown Disney or Disney Springs for shopping? They're both really great.
What's worse?
Downtown Disney only because all we have that's really redeeming and great is Tortilla Joe's,
and World of Disney,
Bakery, and World of Disney. Because World of Disney, Tim.
Yeah.
And the cast members. And just World of Disney is really great at Downtown Disney. However, Disney Springs is
like
so good because they have so many good stores.
Yeah, it's...
But, like, did you notice, okay, and we said it, and, like, even a few people got kind of, like, perturbed at us when we were talking about, why is there, like, a Pele store and a Love Pop store? Like, it's just not really Downtown Disney stores that I would expect there. But every time we go, no one in there. No one.
And here's the thing about, at least I know that there's a Pele store in Disney Springs. I remember people had said that to me when we talked about, like, why is it going in here? Okay, so that makes sense why they would consider it for Downtown Disney. But when you think about the lack of space and businesses at Downtown Disney, you would think that it would be more sought after real estate.
Yeah.
Whereas Disney Springs, it's so big that you're like, oh yeah, there's a Pele store, and then there's some other store that's kind of not really aligned with like maybe a theme park, but it's there, and you're like, well, okay, that makes sense because it's huge.
Right.
It's like a big giant outdoor mall, whereas ours is so compact. You would think that every space was very
vital,
was curated very specifically to the theme park crowd. So that's the only reason I kind of go, I don't understand.
Like, I would have put like backpacks and like, or like maybe like a specialty lounge fly store. That's super popular with Disney fans.
Perfect
or
example,
like,
yeah. I mean, it would take away from
like
World
the
of Disney,
basin soap thing. Those are so popular with Disney fans.
Even Sugar Boo makes more sense to me because it's like there's things that are kind of gifts and they're kind of positive and you know what I mean. It's like I don't know.
Sugar Boo never made
Pele's
sense.
very specific to a very specific thing.
Which is rad. Don't get me wrong.
No.
I love the Pele store, but nobody goes in there, man.
I also love Blick Art Supplies and the Montana spray paint store. But when I put it in Downtown Disney, no. And I would say the same thing about it. I'd go, that's insane. Why would you put a spray paint store in Downtown Disney? Or why would you put I don't even know for another example. But there's so many different little retail things that just don't fit there. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. And that doesn't mean I don't support that genre or that thing.
Right. Or a Vera Bradley store.
That's
a good one. That's a good one. Do you guys have any recommendations for making the most of Lunar New Year celebration? Dude, get the Sip and Savor Pass thing and go at different times. There is times where it's like, it just makes more sense to go, like in the not morning, like the afternoon-ish, because there's just different things going on, different shows. So really pay attention to the schedule and get yourself a Sip and Savor Pass.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Somebody says, "Oh, I hope to try Gideon's peanut butter coffee." Why wouldn't they put a Gideon's in Downtown Disney? Why not?
Why?
The line is down the block every time. What's the chocolate store?
The Ganachery.
Why not?
Is it Ganachery or Ganachery?
But there's so many things that fit better than what they're doing. I don't know. I think it just went to the highest bidder, to be honest with you.
Right.
I mean, it's great promotion for that company. For both of them.
I think it's just sad to see.
Bizarre.
We walked past Love Pop, and there's some cute stuff in there, by the way.
Sure.
Same with Pele, but like we walk in there or walk past it, and it's sad because no one is in there.
Yeah.
So Anyway, I hope they bring back Earl of Sandwich to us
Oh
channel.
man,
I
we
think
love Earl of Sandwich.
it's funny because now when you go to Walt Disney World, that'll be a specialty.
Right.
Maybe that's why they do that though. Like I think they sometimes like do that stuff because it's like a specialty thing to like again like we have Mr. Toad's here,
Yeah.
but they have People Mover there, so it's like you
talking about for downtown Disney? Yeah.
No, for Walt Disney World and Disneyland. We need a Seas Candy at downtown Disney. How rad would that be?
Great idea.
I know. Ignore the. By the way, that person is like a chronic troll trying to get our attention. So the more that you talk about it, the more you're giving them attention. They don't exist. Let them keep watching our channel and giving us views and super chats.
Yeah, exactly.
Just ignore. Sorry, you
the
already
support.
said, but are you going to the Sweetheart Night and is it worth it? We did talk about it, but long story short, we're not going. We don't find it worth it for us.
That's just us, though.
But you, if you know, to rewatch this and we talked about it, and then you can kind of see like if you find it worth it based on our review. Now, also things could change. So that's just based on the things that we have experienced at those.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, it's a perfect fit. You know, there's a lot of folks. There's so many different types of.
Like, say you're a Disney bounder.
That's what I was gonna say. There's so many different types of Disney park fans, Disney bounders, and people that maybe you know really into taking the photos and getting the great photo ops and all that stuff, and for their Instagram or just for themselves.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just something that, you know, what if you didn't have anything to do for Valentine's Day and you thought, you know, hey, even though, you know, is it on Valentine's Day, Sweetheart?
Yeah, Sweethearts is on Valentine's Day.
It would be a cool thing, like if you didn't go to the parks a lot and you were like, hey, they want to take you to this special thing tonight and I take you to Disneyland for Sweethearts Night. That would be awesome.
That would be so cool.
Super awesome.
Yeah.
We're just, for us personally, it just doesn't fit
I already planned what I want to do for Valentine's
She
Day.
requested what she wants to do.
I put in my request.
Yeah.
Does anybody else do that, or is it just me? Like, you put in your request to your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife? Like, do you do that where you're like, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm just throwing it out there. My hubby just surprised me with a room at the Grand Californian.
Oh, that's good.
Gosh, that's amazing. I love that. Okay, I already got it. McDonald's does have beef seasoning. Oh my god, it does. Yes. So if you're particular and you're like a vegetarian, you definitely gotta pay attention to that. I was laughing so hard. Did you guys see that Disneyland is closing at 7 or 8? Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. But now the reason I was talking to Spencer about this, the reason that we're having this is refurb season, so they got to take down a lot of holiday stuff, so they need to close the parks earlier and earlier. We tend to you know, just come really early.
Well, yeah, because if what she's saying is totally right. If you think about it, and I've heard this, and I know this to be true, when Disneyland closes and they get the last guest out, what happens in there is insane as far as the work that goes on, the amount of people that do the overnight shift, the graveyard shift as they call it, to come in and do the maintenance and all the things to reset for the next day. It is a busy, busy place. Don't think that at night when we all leave at 1 a.m. on a late night that Disneyland's a little ghost town and it's magical and you can walk around. It is like all the workers come out. If they did like a time lapse overhead, it'd just be like, and it's all the way up until like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. until we come back. So if you think about it, they only have like 4 to 5 hours a night when they're open till midnight to do all that stuff that they have to do, to reset, to clean the park. So, like she's saying, all this stuff that's in there, all these decorations and all this stuff, it takes extra time, obviously, to get all that stuff out there, to bring the lifts in, to you know, get the stuff out and to do it in a safe, manageable way. And so, you know, they rarely get that amount of time. And I'm sure that they use all of it, every minute and second of it, to do that stuff.
I love this. Katie said, it's like a big hint. You know what sounds fun? That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Hit the like button, everybody. Thanks,
Ryan.
Thanks for reminding everybody.
Time to hit the thumbs up. Everybody ready? Thumbs up.
Trivia question: which Disneyland ride has the most amount of riders per hour? I want to say Pirates.
I would say Pirates as well, but maybe
The train. Pirates or the train?
I think Pirates because it's consistently moving.
Uh,
Or your ride, Small World. It's between Pirates and Small World.
Kiera, I hope I'm saying your name right. But thank you for the 2. I apologize if I didn't say your name right. Oh, Pirates at 3,430 per
You're
hour.
right.
I love that. That's fun. I love a little trivia.
Yeah.
Give me some
We were
trivia.
asking this the other day.
How many does it hold?
No, we were on the train, and I said, what do you think is the train the biggest ride vehicle?
Yeah.
Meaning, how many people does a train hold, and the size of it at a time? And I feel like between that and the monorail, it's a toss-up. So if anybody knows that, the capacity of the train, or look it up, I'm sure somebody's looking it up right now, the capacity of the train versus the capacity of the monorail, and I would venture to guess that is the biggest ride vehicle based on, human capacity.
Probably.
Right?
A cast member told me Rise of the Resistance can put 240 people an hour. Not sure if that's true. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true either. Decided to book a trip for Disneyland and for my birthday in April to reward myself for getting out of a negative situation. Are all the area hotels still safe to walk around from solo? Have not been there in 4 years. That's a tough one.
Well, here's the thing. When you're talking about places that are, most of the hotels are on Harbor and Catella, 2 of the bordering streets of Disneyland. I would say the south and east borders of Disneyland. If you're relatively close and you're traveling around at the time when there's a lot of other people traveling around, I would say it's safe to a degree. Like anywhere. There's no guarantee of you being 100% safe anywhere in this world, really, these days. But I would say if it's after hours, be very aware.
Especially on Harbor.
It's a resort district, so the authorities and the police are around. They keep an eye on it, but you just have to be aware.
Just be aware, be alert.
Be careful crossing the street.
I would say your best bet is the closer you are to Disneyland, because you're just walking right across the street, like Tropicana and stuff. Those are your better bets.
Even the ones just right there at Catella, you're probably all right. But when you get further down Harbor, here's the thing. Some people are walking to the Toy Story lot in lieu of taking the bus that leaves from the park. And that's where I would say, depending on the time of night, just, the further down, when you get past Catella.
Yeah, but even before that, because there's a liquor store there that we've seen some seriously, not good
And
stuff.
also, be aware crossing the street. Even if you see that it's a green light and a walk, just
people
be conscious because there's a lot of crazy, loud car guys and stuff racing around and
being dumb.
Yeah, so just be aware of that stuff. But it's relatively safe. Like I said, travel in numbers. Make sure you're doing it when everybody else is. Try not to be around alone. That's when you're vulnerable. If you're the only person walking down Harbor and it's 2 a.m, I would definitely be on my full alert. You know what I mean?
Okay, so sorry, we're caught back here. Evan Starr, I think I said that right, sends 10. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And all I did was spend it with both of you all day, catching up on new videos and watching my favorite old ones. Love you two so much. Your content is a huge part of my everyday. That is truly an honor for us, and I hope your birthday is fan-freaking-tastic, because you deserve it. Enjoy it. I hope you had a treat or 2. Francisco sends 5. Thank you. Hey, Spence, Leisha, and Kate Leisha. Did you guys know you can order cake from Cake Boss on DoorDash? Oh, dang. I know you guys like to get some in Vegas. Love you guys. Hey, that's definitely a treat. Kira, I saw you guys on Saturday. I was in line for the Matterhorn. Oh, well, thank you for the 5. Jeremy, thank you for the 5. Would you guys mind if I ask you a clothing question? No problem. Let's see. Stay on Disney property. They have cameras everywhere. I agree. I think if you know you're going to be walking a lot, to be honest with you, if you were in the Anaheim area, I would 100% encourage you to stay on property if you can afford it. Just my opinion.
Okay, so Tony says Monorail 222 total. And then what about the train? Tony, did you say what the train was? I don't recall seeing it. But I always wonder too, like, is, in asking the question of what's the biggest ride vehicle, is it about the size of the vehicle or is it about the size of the capacity that it holds? So in capacity, I think that's one area, and then we'll talk about length of the vehicle or the 325 for the train. Okay, so the train holds more. Thanks, Tony. Now we need to find out the length of the monorail and the length of the train.
Beagleman 1974 must be one of the security guards. Says we keep you safe on property, and I could not agree
That's
more.
absolutely true.
Our security is the best.
Yeah, that's true.
The best.
And a lot of the this is a good point too. A lot of the local hotels have shuttles. Utilize those.
Mm-hmm.
I know Hilton has one. I'm sure
yeah,
other
so
ones
those
have
are
them.
Pascatella, the ones that have shuttles.
Yeah, so that's a good option for that type of stuff.
Yeah. Let me see here. I was in the parks last weekend and got my own boats on Pirates. We've done that before.
Yeah.
I think it is frightening, but it's also pretty awesome. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Somebody said Donna, done. Thumbs up. Really appreciate that.
Do you like Donna?
My family and I always stay at Candy Cane Lane. Oh, has Candy Cane Inn opened? Has it reopened?
It must be.
Oh, Bill! I didn't know that was you. Thanks, Bill.
Oh, it's Bill. What's up, Bill?
Oh my gosh! Shout out that Instagram. Motel 6 on Disney Way has a shuttle. Yeah, a lot of people love Motel 6. It's a really good one, I've heard. Tristan, thank you for the 5. Went to Disneyland on Sunday and saw 3 proposals happen. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Katie, do you think Spencer will propose to you at Disneyland? If Spencer was to propose and I had to guess, I don't know if he would do Disneyland. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to know now, though.
But it's something that we can't.
I know we can't do. I can't even think about it right now.
Everybody puts that on me, but it's like the reality is.
No, I know, but I'm saying like if you could, now I want to know. I never thought about that.
You're not allowed to know. That's the whole thing.
Dang. Maybe on the beach. Where would Spencer propose? I have stayed at Motel 6 a few times and take the art shuttle. That's awesome. I just got here. Did I hear you talking about Laughlin, Nevada? No, we didn't.
No, but let's talk about Laughlin.
I've never been there.
You've never been to Laughlin?
No.
It's on the border, right, of California, Laughlin?
Oh.
Or it's in Nevada, obviously, right? Laughlin, Nevada, but it's on the border. It's like off. It's on the. It's not on the Colorado River or something weird like that. I've been there. It's just been a long time. It's like a little Las Vegas, little gambling situation over there.
Never even been there. I've heard people talk about it, but Jeremy, you're looking for pants. I tried Kohl's and Target, but I feel I struck out trying to find the right pair.
Depends on
Try
what you're looking for.
Macy's. I've known a few people that enjoy Macy's. Spencer, where did you get your shirt? Oh, it's from Shimmer Pop Shop. Shimmer Shop Pop Shop. Hope I said that right. They sent them to us.
Yeah.
PSA guy, would the Las Vegas bridges work in Disneyland District? I feel like it'd be such a good idea if they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have to make sure that,
they were talking about that when they
it.
were proposing building that big parking lot on the other side of Harbor. They were going to put like a bridge access to Disneyland.
But it never happened.
It never, they fought with the city and blah, blah, and,
Yeah, so I don't know, but, what are you going to do? Okay, so Bill's Instagram is Through My Disney Eyes, but it's the underscores. I didn't know where they were. I would have said it, but I didn't know. So he put it up there. It's Through_my_Disney_eyes. See, I would have totally got that wrong.
take some wicked photos.
Oh, Old Navy somebody suggested to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Spencer, have you been to Imperial Beach?
IB, yeah. That's like right below Coronado down south. It's like, I think Imperial Beach is like one of the last sections before the border, right? Like it goes Imperial Beach and then it goes, what's the name of that town right there on the border? bad recall right now. Sorry.
Monorail is 203 feet and 6 inches. Train unknown.
Train is unknown. Well, I guess it depends on if the train depends on if they have the Lily Bell on there, which they have not had the Lily Bell out since the park reopened. You notice that?
She doesn't want to come out. She doesn't need to.
It's just been the 5s, you know what I mean? The 5 cars. And then, so I guess with the Lily Bell,
What was she saying about Pirates Ride? That it's like when you're the last one in and you're by yourself, it's kind of creepy. It's scary, I think.
Yeah.
You know. Will you guys be going to Santa Barbara anytime soon? We actually talked about it.
Oh, San Isidro, that's right. San Isidro is that last town before. Yeah.
Pants, Costco. Oh, okay, men's pants.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Tony Johnson is better than Google. Is that greater than? Yes.
Greater than, yeah.
Because less than looks like an L. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. Good evening. Yes, hello. Welcome, Cheryl. How's the Wildfire Relief Fund going? We haven't started oh yeah, we did. We did it on Instagram, but I think we ended it after like 2 weeks. I think we let it run for 2 weeks. You set like a, what do you call it? Like a
timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did Red Cross is what we chose because
Yeah.
they were saying that that one's the better one to do.
Yep.
I think during that season again, which is, I think it's like end of summer, like mid to end of summer is probably when we will probably do another one of those. We had this like really awesome idea for like a fundraiser, but now I'm kind of thinking it probably won't work out as well as I had in my head. So it's back to the drawing board. But regardless, we raised some money, and that's really rad for doing that. So
There's no problem on Harbor at all. Well, I mean,
yeah, there is.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't tell people that, honestly.
Oh, yeah, there's 100%
We lived right over there, and let me tell you something. That's...
You don't even have to live there. Go down there right now and tell me there ain't a problem there.
Yeah.
Homie?
Yeah.
There definitely is.
It's a little... Yeah, you gotta be careful.
No, it's sketch.
You
No,
gotta
I'm
be
telling
careful.
you, like, if you go look in those bushes, you will find weapons in those bushes that people have stashed.
Mhm.
Like, trust me. Like, go look. You will see. Be very careful on Harbor. Sorry about it.
There's a drug problem and a homeless issue, and there's people that are desperate, and you know, tourists show up with money and not paying attention, and so it's definitely, you got to be aware. So I wouldn't tell people that it's all good.
Yeah.
I would just say be very careful, like any city, you know.
Would you recommend visiting Laguna Beach? Yes.
Oh yeah.
We still have a lot of exploring to do and some videos to make. Better to be safe than sorry. Is the Del Taco on Harbor safe? I don't know. I haven't been to it. I don't. And again, my version of safe might not be the same as yours. So again, self-risk assessment. But definitely there's a high crime there. I know that for sure.
Listen to the sirens. That'll tell you. It's like always sirens.
Yeah,
going on.
it's
like,
unfortunate.
and look, and I'm not, this isn't coming from like some softies, like, you know, I grew up in Hollywood and you know, East LA, and painting in really precarious places and getting myself into really scary situations. And so it's like, I know the difference. And so trust me when I tell you, it's had this nickname since my mom was in her early 20s, Anacrime. It's been a name for a long time, and that doesn't come by just because it like, oh, look, it happens to rhyme, let's just call it that. No, there's a reason why it's called that. So just be aware.
It's kind of like the Vegas Strip. Somebody pointed out.
Right.
That's
a
we're
really
still
good
not going
point.
to deter ourselves from going there. You just kind of just need to be vigilant because you know there can be a lot of crime activity.
Yeah, move your wallet to your front pocket. Keep your eyes open and around, and be aware of what's behind you.
Another suggestion you could do is stay in another city if you're really, really concerned about that. You could stay in another city and then rent a car and just drive over to Disney. I would assume you'd probably have an annual pass or something, so that would help. So it just depends on, you know, what your safety, your choices. You have to just, again, just our opinion. So all cities have those issues. We live in Long Beach and it's like this on a daily. Yep, when we go to Anaheim, it feels like some sort of peace. Exactly. Everybody's risk assessment, everybody's judge of what is more on the risky side is definitely different. So again, just kind of assess for yourself and what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. But
Yep.
regardless, if you get to go to Disneyland, that's awesome. So do your best to make it happy.
We're just saying, just don't let your guard down and just be thinking that you're, you know, a lot of times when people are on vacation, they kind of let their guard down.
Oh my gosh, Alan.
So.
A skipper on the Jungle Cruise finished a cruise one time by saying, if you want to see a real jungle, just go across the street. Exactly.
Somebody said Anna Slime. I've never heard that one. That's funny.
All cities have crime, but not all have a huge family amusement park. Yeah. I come from Victimville, so I get it. Well, that's what me and my bestie are doing. We're driving to Disneyland, and you are going to have so much fun. How is the Orange Circle? Anytime I've been there, it seems nice, but the internet says it's a gang area. I haven't experienced that there, but I also haven't been there after hours. Like, actually, yes, I have. That's a lie. So, you know, again, everybody's thing is different.
I see a complete difference between the Orange Circle and the Harbor Catella area. Big time.
Cheryl, thank you for the 5. Dana Point is cool. I live here and so much surf history here, lots of landmarks. However, I'm an original Valley girl from Encino. Love you too.
Nice.
Well, we love you. Spencer and Katie, there was a 5.2 earthquake in San Diego tonight. Okay, I thought there was a 4 point something in
La Quinta?
Wow.
I've heard there was one. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same one or what, but.
I don't know. The nicest parts of Orange County, those are kind of dependent on what you find to be nice. Do you find like super expensive, lavish houses? Do you find, you know, low crime rates? So you have to really look at it and do your own research. But, you know, I can't give you our opinion on that because we may have two varying different opinions.
Yeah.
Come to San Francisco. It's like running hurdles. So my dream is to be an Imagineer at Disney, and I start school on Monday, and I'm so excited. It's like I'm getting closer to my dream job. That's so awesome. Any advice for starting college? I don't know. I guess my best thing I would say is get organized and really make sure that you got your, you know, motivation in there. You know, like I think motivation will fuel you, you know, and it sounds like you have it. So you got this. Get organized. Keep your motivation going. Let's see. In SoCal, anything close to the coast or hills will be nicer. Thank you, Corey, for your input. We appreciate that. Anders says, my son wants to move to Orange County for college. I would be too worried about his safety. I don't know. It's a mom thing. Orange County is a little bit of a safer area in general. Again,
it just depends. Like
there's spots in general.
Like
so
anywhere.
I would say if I were you, I totally understand. I would be concerned if I was a mother too for anything that my kids would do. But maybe come down and tour a couple of cities that you guys would be comfortable with that would fit in your budget and check that out. Brittany says I'm wearing my Blab t-shirt.
Nice.
Oh, I love that. Let's see. Isn't Newport Coast in Orange County and very nice? It is nice.
Absolutely.
Watch our videos, you can see. If you aren't used to using public transportation and never talked to homeless or street people, it's not yet safe. I'm experienced and worked with them.
And then OC is way safer than LA. I would say in a nutshell, like as a whole, yeah. But if you're going to compare little pockets of you know, gang areas, the one down by Disneyland, it's pretty legit. Let me tell you, I'm from LA. I know the areas. I know the gangs. It's legit. It's no joke. I'm telling you right now. Like I don't know. As a whole, yes, OC is a little safer.
Again, just do your research. Just go on the internet and Google it, and then you'll find it.
Yeah.
So you could hear us ramble about it all night, but that's what, you know, that's what the internet and that kind of stuff is for. Again, your opinion and your safety assessment, your risk assessment, and what you deem to be this, that, and the other is completely. It's like me telling you that you like peanut butter. If you don't like peanut butter, you don't like peanut butter. So you can't just take our opinion for something like that because we maybe don't like peanut butter and you do. So you just have to look at it and make your own assessment.
Yeah, and we're not comparing it to Skid Row. That's you're talking about like comparing that to the OC in general. No. But you know, that's its own thing. Let's be fair about that.
You just use the internet. Talk to friends that maybe live there or people, and then go.
And there's not an amusement park next to Skid Row, so.
Yeah. Let's see. see here. Hold on, sorry. So Walt Disney World it is. Yeah, we actually kind of finalized some things today.
Yeah.
So we'll announce more coming up, but expect us to be there at the beginning of March. I'm really sad that we're not going to make it for Festival of the Arts. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great event. I mean,
I saw all the rainbows.
I'm just happy to go in general. I don't, to be honest, whatever's going on, I'm cool with, because there's always something going on out there. So I don't really, I'm not putting a lot of stock into it like that, but I'm like, I'm just excited to go in general. So.
Yeah, I think like there's something about Flower and Garden that I just loved so much. I love seeing all the colors. I think that's what it is. Whereas you still get that with Festival of the Arts, but it's the flowers and the what do you call it? Remember what were they? The butterflies?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the butterfly little exhibit.
Yeah.
So
butterfly garden.
good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Andrew says, I'm going to Festival of the Arts in 2 weeks for my first time. Congratulations, that's going to be so awesome. What if they make the subs similar to the C's at Epcot? Dude,
that'd be cool.
Do you know how great that would be? Huh.
That would be cool.
What was for dinner? We had these like little, they're kind of like chicken nuggets, but they're, what do you call them? They're called, I think they're from the company Bear, and we got them at Costco. And they're not as bad for you because they're not like super deep breaded or whatever. I don't know, but they're not as bad for you. So we just eat kind of some of those. I think you'll probably eat a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm kind of done eating for the night. Katie, where did you get the recipe for the black bean burgers? I put it in the description box of that video. Spencer's mom had sent me the link. I think it was Love and Lemons was the name of the person who created that recipe. I made a lot of substitutions though. So you're going to miss Farts Festival of the Arts. That's great. Butterfly Garden at the Safari Park is in April. Hey, maybe I could do that. Oh, I love that. Yes, in the green bag. They taste like the nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Oh, okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. What if Disneyland had condos on site and you could live there? Yeah. I want to live at Disneyland. Do you think Toontown will get a second entrance? I feel like Runaway Railway will be way more popular than Rise of the Resistance when it opens solely because it's the first Mickey attraction in the parks. Really good point, and that would be awesome, and you're right. I think it is going to be wildly popular.
I don't think they're going to put in a second entrance. I know that there was talk years ago of connecting it to Galaxy's Edge because they butt right up against each other.
Oh.
But
I can see that.
I don't know. I mean,
I
maybe
actually really could.
But I don't know about this in this first phase. I don't think they're going to do that.
No, I think eventually is what they're saying.
Because there was talk of expanding. It's a little bit of backstage of Galaxy's Edge, right up against Toontown, that they were talking about expanding Galaxy's to the edge there. So I don't know.
I feel like they definitely could do a second entrance, and I think it does make sense. And you're right on about how popular it's going to be. If you have not had the privilege of riding Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway yet, let me just tell you, just one of the best attractions I've ever been on. Like, it is so good. If you are in a bad mood, if you're sad, if you're frustrated, if you're anxious, no matter what you are, it is impossible to be those on that attraction because it's so good. It is so happy and fun and beautiful, and you always see something different. We've been on it
a dozen
like
times.
More than a dozen. Like maybe I'm gonna say 30 times, maybe
I don't know
more.
about 30. I'd say
would.
closer to 20. But
we've been on a lot.
we have, and I see something different
Every time.
And I heard that it's possible there's going to be some little nuances that are different on the West Coast.
I would think so. I would think so.
Maybe a different scene or something like that,
sure.
Which I would appreciate, because then they would both be unique and be like, yeah, but you got to ride this one because of this or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it's a phenomenal attraction. It's a great, it's like the future of dark rides, basically, kind of like how Ratatouille is with the trackless thing and Rise. It's kind of what you're going to see, I think, more so coming in the future for newer attractions.
Yeah. I haven't been on it yet, but we'll be able to when I visit Walt Disney World in April. Fun! You are going to have such a blast. Let me see. Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway was my favorite, and my second favorite was Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster. You're crazy.
I've been on that. Adam took me on that, and we sat in the front, and I remember him looking over at me and saying, he's like, "Are you ready? You've never done this?" And I was like, "No." And he goes,
You didn't even know what it did?
"I didn't want to know. I had no idea."
You're crazy too.
I like the no spoiler, like, okay, I don't know. I know it's a roller coaster.
You and Megan are, wait, no, is it Megan?
It's a roller coaster, and it's inside. That's all I know. And they play Aerosmith music. That's all I knew. Yeah, and I just remember looking at him going, "Oh no," and like we just sort of like heads back, just like, he was laughing at me the whole time.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in Florida or stay in California? I would theoretically love to live in both states, but right now California's home.
Yeah.
I was watching Home is Where the Vlog Is. You know, a couple, I don't know who it was, but a few, I think it was one or two people had said our last home vlogs felt like Home is Where the Vlog Is season 2. And I thought that's kind of a big compliment, you know, because it was fun. Like now that we're out of it, it was fun. I think we had a good time with what it was. So that's a big compliment because a lot of people really liked Home is Where the Vlog Is. Austin
says the Runaway Railway show building looks almost twice the size of Rise of the Resistance on Google Maps. What are they hiding in there? They're putting offices and you know, it's a multi-use space, so they're going to have the ride at the bottom, and I think the top is going to have, you know, what do they call that?
Office building?
Well, like, you know, like they're using it for other things. The building, it's not just going to have Runaway Railway.
Really?
Like administrative is what I mean. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's why the building is so big. There's no need.
But are you talking about the footprint or are you talking about the size? Because if you're talking Google Earth, you're looking at the footprint.
Yeah.
And yeah, because there's a lot of rooms in there, whereas Rise of the Resistance, what is it, 4 rooms maybe? Like major rooms? So I see why the footprint would be bigger.
And Rise, the show building, you're only seeing a little bit of it because a lot of it's hidden.
Yeah,
in the
that's
rocks
true.
and everything.
Under rocks and all that.
Anyways, there's administrative stuff going in that same building, so.
Yeah. Huh. As a Disneyland pass holder, the fact that there's so much land in Disney World to walk around is amazing. We don't go to Disney for the rides, honestly, when we enjoy the atmosphere. Amen to that. We are I don't know, I'm in the mode, I know. Like, if I go to Disneyland for the next 10 years and I never went on an actual attraction again, like, I know that they're running and I could go, I would be okay.
Yeah.
I love to go on an attraction or two, but my goal is never to get on rides. Like, I'm past that point of my life. I've born and raised in Disneyland, going for so many years, that I would rather see shows. I would rather sit on Main Street with a coffee. I don't go for rides. I do not go to Disneyland for rides. It's fun, and there's times where I like it, but like 9 times out of 10, I don't care to go on rides.
Shout out to the cheese ball check-in.
Amen!
So
Slam!
Ava says, first time I bought a big jug of cheese balls. Yeah.
Dude, so good. Hope this is not a repeat. Your thoughts, please, on Genie Plus. We actually have some videos on that I think would give you a better in-depth response for you that you deserve, rather than a quick, like, this is what we think. We've done several videos, and I would say check that out, because we're pretty honest about how we feel and how it's working.
Yeah.
So not to dismiss your question at all, but I think you deserve a better
It's a little more comprehensive than we can tell you in just a short answer here.
Yeah. Can we get a Katie and Spencer Best Life and Beyond cookbook? Ha! Someday. Thoughts on the Balboa Pier area? Really like it.
You know it better than I do.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you've gone a couple times, or several, I'd say, since we've moved closer to Orange County, I guess you'd say.
But, you know.
But I really like it. We still have so much more to explore, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We're more going to Disneyland, so we don't have as much time to dedicate to exploring the Orange County coast. I mean, we're slowly but surely getting out there, and know that when we're vlogging, sometimes, it's because we're kind of rediscovering it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, thank you for the 5. Loving your home vlogs made me crave an acai bowl. Bonsai is far from me, so I went to Amen Acai in Cyprus. Very similar. So good. Craving satisfied. I love that. Ugh, so good. Ride the ferry to the pier. Oh, okay. We'll do that. We still haven't done that. Still haven't done that. There is like a list we have, or like we've driven by. We're like, oh, we need to do that. Oh, we need to do. Oh, we need to go there. Oh, we need to do
or
that.
we do something and go, we should have filmed that.
Yeah, we've done that too. So
Yeah.
we still have so much to do on the Orange County coast. Like, you have no idea. Love your videos when you're at Disneyland, the beach, vacation, Disney World or day-to-day life. We appreciate that. Do you prefer Plaza Inn or Storytellers for food? For food alone, Plaza Inn.
Yeah, I agree. Pinball says the cheese style corn dog from the Oriental restaurant still looks bomb. That was Adam and I did that, and
for
it was,
Cheese Day, right?
It was National Cheese Lovers Day or something like that,
Yeah,
and so we
Cheese
went and had
Day.
those, and man, those were so good. I'd never had anything like that.
That
didn't
cheese
know.
pull was epic.
Yeah, that was the thumbnail. I had my sitting on a park bench and like had the cheese pull that was about that long.
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Magic Band coming to Disneyland? We could not be happier. We could not be happier.
Spammy spams.
Just
Keep saying the same thing over and over.
Oh, all right. Yes, that fried chicken dish is fire. Heck yeah, it is. What's your most prized collectible from Disney? Huh.
Oh, shout out to Henry. Nice. That's a. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I would say my most prized collectible is my annual passes from being like when I was a kid. My mom has them. I don't even have them in my filthy clutches, but I would say like all my annual passes from like the 90s and stuff. That would be my most prized possession.
I have a vintage Walt Disney World back scratcher, like a Mickey back scratcher that my grandma gave me. But I don't know about other stuff. I'm trying to think if I have anything from the old days. Oh, you know what I do have? I have an opening day of Star Tours digital watch. You don't sound impressed.
Oh, I was reading.
She goes, huh.
Sorry, I was reading. Will you guys ever go to Universal Studios in Florida? Yeah, we've gone a few times.
Yeah.
We're actually annual passes there. We love Universal Orlando. I could honestly never go to Universal Hollywood ever again and be totally fine. That park is ugh. I still have my Knott's little vial of gold. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, we've been to the crab cooker in Newport. The best clam chowder because it's, what is it, New England style? It's the red sauce. Oh, so good. Love it. PSA guy, thank you for the 2. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. Share your thoughts. We kind of did a little bit earlier. Don't want to really bring the house down, but
Yeah, it's terrible. It's really sad.
yeah, there's not much more you can say
Too
other
soon.
than it's a tragedy.
Too soon, yeah.
Lauren, thank you for the 5. Hi guys, been following you guys for 3 years. Aw, I miss Spinky. Something we say almost every day. Thank you for loving her like that. We are heading to Disneyland January 20th to the 23rd. How large do you think the crowds will be? I think it would be good if you're in Disneyland for a while because that is around the time Lunar New Year starts. So a lot of people will be over at Lunar New Year. How many ears do you have, Katie? A lot. I have a video
2.
on. I have a video on them, but since then they have grown. I would say like at least 4 or 5 giant tubs full. What dates does Monorail close? Go to our video we did on what to expect in January, and you'll see the dates. Katie has 2 ears. Spencer, have you ever spoiled her to California Bar and Grill at Contemporary? Yes.
Twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Lucille's Barbecue? Oh yeah, grew up going there.
Yeah.
Would you ever adopt a cat? I tried to, but Spencer says he's allergic.
I am allergic. Like she says, Spencer says he's allergic. It almost.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? It's like, dude, I'm telling you, my dad had cats when I
I
was
don't
growing
care
up, and it was
until
like,
I see you sneezing and.
why do you have to put me through that before you realize it? She wants me to be tortured and go, oh, okay. Or she'll go, well, that's not that. It's something else. I'm like, no, trust me. You know how when you know you're allergic to something because you've dealt with it?
I'm in denial, so just let me be.
Oh, boy.
He says he's allergic to cats.
I am 100% allergic to cats.
Sure. Well, then we got to get rid of you.
They make allergy meds. Of course they do.
Exactly.
But okay, so it's like I'm also allergic to poison oak, but do I subject?
Poison oak isn't cute and fluffy.
Do I subject myself to it and then just?
Poison oak isn't a cat.
I don't know. It's just I don't want to have to go into medication because of a choice I made.
Too bad. Brittany says you guys should stay one night at the Grand Floridian. We have. We actually were so incredibly blessed, and we got to stay in one of the DVC villas there.
Primo.
I didn't want to leave. We
Huge
stayed
villa.
for 2 nights, and that is my favorite resort.
Giant balcony. I'm talking the balcony was like 3 rooms worth of balcony.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. Monorail view.
Yeah, let me just tell you, I would give my right foot to stay there again when we go in March. Like, I might just, I even contemplated just going into the lobby and being like, hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
I will clean this whole place for you if you just let me stay for 1 night in the DVC villa. Again, please, thank you. Is there a vlog? Yes, there is. There is. I understand, Spencer. I'm allergic to cats also. Oh, are you, Deanna? Deandoff. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. Prove it, Spencer. There are meds for the cat. Research it. Yeah!
No.
Have you guys stayed at the Polynesian? Yes, we've stayed at the Polynesian.
Yeah.
Loved it. Are you planning on going to Tokyo Disney someday? Someday we'll go to Tokyo Disney. Russian blue cats are best if you have allergies. Well, there you go. Look at that. We're making waves. Get a hairless cat. I would love that.
Talk to Adam. What does he have to do with cats? Does he have cats or is he allergic or something?
I don't know. Maybe he's allergic. Are you guys on TikTok? I think we have one, but we're hardly ever on it. We're not dedicated.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with that. I'll be honest. I'm a millennial, like a geriatric millennial. Is that what they call us? That's me. That's me. Your newest merch search vlog is making me want to buy everything that.
It's usually what happens.
Trust me. Let me tell you something. Like, I was in there and I was like, oh, I was gonna pick that up again. Let's see here. Hold on. I guess not.
Oh yeah, Adam has a Kit Kat clock. That's right.
No, DVC. What about DVC? Oh, are you staying in Disney property on your next trip? No, we haven't booked where we're staying yet. I have a couple ideas of where we're gonna go, but it is not official yet. Is that Mac? Isn't it?
Oh, it is. What's up, Mac?
Hey! What did I just tune into? Am I a geriatric millennial? I think you and I are. We're geriatric millennials. I can't even say it.
We haven't seen you in a bit, Mac.
Miss you.
Hopefully you're going to be at the park soon.
Daydreamin' Mom, thank you for the 5. Thank you so much for the video on Galaxy's Edge without Genie Plus. We're going May 3rd through the 9th. We're doing Star Wars After Dark.
Cool.
You have a blast. PSA guy sends 2. Will you guys attend Mario Kart opening at Universal Studios Hollywood? Probably not. I won't. Like I said, if I never go back to Universal Studios Hollywood, I would be fine.
Here's the thing, because people are asking why.
Oh, why?
I used to like going to Universal Studios for the tram tour. That's used to be all that really was there. It wasn't a theme park. It was a studio tour. And it was awesome. It was a legitimate behind-the-scenes look into how they made the movies. There were some cool little things that they had, like they still have Jaws. They had the parting of the Red Sea where this water would part and you would drive through it.
Yeah.
They had the train, the runaway train. They had all these cool things that now even the tram tour has turned into just like driving through an earthquake scene or driving through the.
The earthquake scene was probably the only cool.
That's probably the coolest one.
Yeah.
But like the Fast and the Furious thing's terrible.
That was horrible.
It's just. I don't think anybody's learning anything about how movies are made. Now, are people more savvy nowadays and they watch television specials about, how movies are made so they don't really care? Maybe that's the case, but it's turned into a kind of a theme park and not a great one. I just don't, we just don't,
I
we
have
just don't dig
I have
it,
about 100 different reasons. Number 1, I didn't like that you have to like sit there on an escalator or climb stairs, just go up and down between the top and the bottom. I was like, this is stupid. I like the views. The views were pretty. It's not magical. I like magical. I'm a Disney girl. Like, I think.
Yeah, when you compare it to like Disney,
I think here's something I learned, to be honest with you. During the pandemic or after the pandemic, we tried going to different parks and we vlogged them to share them. They made us happy. But I think I had to be honest with myself and go like, do I really like this? Am I really enjoying the heck out of this? No, I'm not. It's not for me. I just don't like it.
I've worked there a lot.
Universal Orlando, though.
That's different. But like, I've worked at that studio a ton, and I do shows down there in the studio part. And so to me, it just doesn't have that. I don't know. It wasn't meant to be what they're trying to make it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, does that mean that you shouldn't go there? No, it's go for it.
Yeah, if you like it,
that's what you're into.
That is awesome.
We just don't. I think sometimes there's a misconception about this channel that we're a theme park channel. We're not a theme park channel. We're really into Disneyland. We love Disneyland. Are we even a Disneyland channel? I wouldn't even say we're that. Well,
maybe we are.
I would say we're more that than anything.
Yeah, I'd say like
we try to just feature what we're doing in our lives. Now, if we didn't have the channel, would we be going to Disneyland as much? Probably. That's the weird thing. But we don't. What's the term? The nicest term I can think of is we don't sell out just for views and go like, oh, we got to go to Universal because there's something opening and people will watch it. We're not about that. If we're not into doing it, we're probably not going to go.
And again, when we're saying this, we're not saying that everybody else is doing this. Maybe those channels do exist, sure. That isn't for us to comment our opinions on.
No, I'm just saying that that's not our thing.
But don't think we're trying to tear other people down when we're saying that. Because if that's what makes them happy and they really like it. Yeah. Dylan is a good example.
Yeah.
He loves that park. He loves Knott's. He loves those other parks.
Totally.
So again, we can comment on him because we know him personally, and
But that's just being brutally honest with you. You know what I mean? And because people are like,
2022, we don't give it anymore.
We did like Secret Life of Pets when we went. That was cool.
Yeah,
but here's the thing: is we don't enjoy hanging out there.
Yeah.
We don't enjoy like I'm not going to go to Universal and go sit on a bench and chill.
That actually, to me, it would be.
The parking is kind of an annoying thing. It's not always, but sometimes it is.
Yeah.
And so it's just that kind of thing. Now you were saying about Universal Studios Orlando, totally different.
That can hang out there all day.
Well, that was built as a theme park,
right? From
origin to conception. So it's a different thing. They're trying to fit a theme park on a hill in Universal City. It's just weird. It just doesn't seem to work, Anyways, that's
the truth, though. Like, I think no matter what, at least like we're telling you the truth. Now, we did give it our best shot. We even got passes, and I regret getting that pass. If I'm being 100% honest with you,
we wasted our money. But
we totally did. It was a lesson that like I look at sometimes, and I'm like, dang, why did I freaking do that? Like, but I guess I wanted to give it my best shot, and it seemed like we would go enough to do that. But if you've ever, like, I guess if you're human, you make mistakes, and that was one that I think is definitely a huge mistake. But again, if you're somebody who's really into Harry Potter or Grinchmas, that's somebody said it was really bad, but maybe you really like it, and if that's what makes you happy,
hey, you do
that
you,
is all that matters.
We're just talking from a personal standpoint. We're not telling you like, hey, you shouldn't go do this.
Yeah, you may love it.
But when the question is posed to us,
we're telling you
we want to give you an honest answer of why we don't enjoy it. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Doesn't mean that it's any lesser of a thing. It's just what we prefer.
Yeah, and again, to reiterate, not to say to discount anybody else, we are not going to go just because it does good on views.
Right.
Because sure, that is money back in the pocket.
Yeah,
that
we did a
fantastic.
video there. It got a lot of views. But is that driving us to go back? No.
That would be fake.
Yeah.
The ironic is that's the one thing like I think we get accused of so much by a-holes is like you get fake, but like actually the total antithesis of that is that did I say that right?
Yeah.
Antithesis? Okay,
yeah.
good. We are the antithesis of that, and we're telling you the truth. We really didn't like it. We regret it. We made a huge mistake buying passes there, and that's the tea.
Yep. There you go.
Hollywood Horror Nights was pretty good, but again, would I go out of my way? I don't think I'm going to do that again. TBH.
Oh, Michael, good question. Did either of us see Licorice Pizza? Good use of the 70s Valley as a backdrop. Spencer, you would love it.
No,
I really want to see it.
I've never heard of that.
I have. I had a screening for us set up, but we never made it.
Oh, that's the one.
But yeah, it takes place in the Valley in the 70s, and it's like a love story.
That would have been cool to see.
And so I grew up in the Valley in the 70s, so, you know.
Is it out on the TV thing yet, or is it in theaters?
Not yet, I don't think so, but it will be soon.
I would love to
we
see
actually
that.
might have a digital screener. I'll check.
Oh, that would be so cool. I want to go to Universal again, but at most once a year. Good.
That makes sense.
Makes you happy.
Yeah.
Again, whatever makes you happy is good.
Oh, totally.
That is awesome. Hollywood Horror Night. Oh, wait, sorry. What did I read? Hold the phone. Whack a troll time. Uh-oh, Jason's here.
Jason's here. Watch out.
I think Jeff Pike popped in for a second, too. I think.
Oh, he did, huh?
I think so. I saw the name, or I was just
If you're still here,
imagining
Jeff.
it.
Hi, Jeff.
Christopher, thank you for the 5. Spencer, are you sure you do not like Universal Studios because they do not have any stage manager jobs for you?
I don't get offered jobs through studios. I get hired by producers and directors. So wherever they want me to go has nothing to do with the location. And I've worked there a bunch. So no, that's not the reason.
Norman, hi from New Zealand. You guys are awesome. Can't
And
wait
Zed.
to be back in LA again and to be back at Disneyland. Oh, you're going to be so happy. Oh, good. Jeff Pike is here as well. And Victor.
What's up, Jeff Pike?
Oh my gosh, all 3.
There you go. Jeff Pike, Victor, Jason.
Oh my gosh.
That's the hammer. Jason's the hammer.
Black
Control.
I still haven't been to Universal. It's the only SoCal park I haven't been to. Well, go maybe and check it out and see what you think. You know, very different from Disneyland in my opinion. So maybe you'll love it. What up? Okay, so we are. Oh, thank you. Daydreamin' Mom, thank you for the 10. What is your favorite meal or drink in Galaxy's Edge? Here's your next drinks on me. Thanks for all the positive vibe during these strange times.
Thank you.
Can I be honest with you? I like blue milk. I decided it.
I like Tip Yip.
Yeah, and then I'm going to say Tip Yip.
Yeah.
Or anything from, what's that place?
Docking Bay 7.
Yeah.
I like Tip Yip. I also like the Felician.
The Felician.
The Bifelician.
The Bifelician.
It's like a hummus with the vegetables. I also like the Ronto-less wrap.
I don't like the Ronto
Love
wraps. That
me a
is my
Ronto-less
unpopular.
wrap.
You know when they say, what's your unpopular Disney
She don't like
opinion? Ronto and Ronto-less wrap. I will eat the Ronto-less one, but I hate Ronto wraps. They're so meaty.
That's you.
It's just like, and I'm a German. I love me some, like, you know, some meats and stuff, but those are gross. I like the bread on it, but no thanks. But I actually have decided I really like blue milk in the last, like, couple of months. I'm a blue milk stan, I guess. Sorry about it. Green milk, have you tried the half-calf coffee there? Yes, we love that.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Very good.
I could do without the Cocoa Puffs.
I love the Cocoa Puffs.
I could do without those.
Okay, well, that's like the Ronto wrap thing. That's unpopular opinion.
Oh, Christopher, good question. What are the names of the Pelicans at Pelicans Landing?
Who remembers? Because did we decide on a name?
We did.
We have Lady and Joe, and then I forgot the other 2.
The other was Archie and Constance.
The fact that you remembered that.
The reason I remember is because we gave them names based on their location of where they are, so it was a reference. So Archie is standing on the arch, right? Constance is looking at the Haunted Mansion. So Constance Hatchaway from the Haunted Mansion. And Joe Fowler, which you named, is closer to the Fowler's Harbor, named after Joe Fowler. And then the one in the nest next to Joe is his wife, Lady Joe
and
Fowler.
Lady and the Tramp.
Okay.
Do you guys still hang out with Ricky? Yes, we're planning on a day to hang out in the parks really soon.
Yep.
Have you been to Anaheim Packing District? They really do. It's very good. You can't film over there, so that's why you haven't seen a video there. How about Knott's Giga Coaster? What's that?
Go to Theme Park Obsession for all that info. He knows all about that stuff.
I don't even know what you're talking
It's
about.
a new coaster they're putting in. That
Is it like a
Dylan's
one
very
with
excited.
Goggles or something?
I don't know. I don't know what giga means, but you could.
Doesn't it mean digital?
Usually,
No.
I thought giga meant like 1,000 or something.
Oh.
Like gigabyte or a million.
Oh.
I don't know.
You're an odd one, Spencer. No cats and now no Cocoa Puffs? Yeah!
The 2 C's.
Theme Park Obsession has that covered. There you go.
He does.
There you go. Like I said, you guys got a lot of really good theme park vlogs, like cruise people, whatever
Very
it
large
is.
and fast. Okay.
Yeah. You should have named one Felicia. I know. A Giga Coaster is between 300 and 399 feet tall. Oh! Oof!
And that's crazy because I know that Goliath at Magic Mountain is a 200-foot drop, and that's huge. I've been on that.
Ew. I don't love that.
So
thing.
300 is woo.
I could sit on Main Street with my Starbucks and people watch. So fun. That is like my perfect day. Like legit. I'm telling you. I've always wondered, are restaurants at Disneyland independent vendors, or are they all owned by Disney? I don't know, but if I had to guess,
The ones in the park are all owned by Disney.
yeah, that's what I would have said.
In the old days, that wasn't the case. They used to have vendors in the old days. In the very beginning of Disneyland, up until the 60s, I think, they had vendors even on Main Street. Some of the shops. That's where the Wizard of Bras, where the porch is. There was a bra shop.
There was like a pharmacy.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was a contestant on MTV's Remote Control while a radio station coworker was a stage managing the show. All went well. I and mine went to Acapulco.
Oh, cool.
Rad.
Remote Control was hosted by Ken Ober, right? I think was the guy.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was an early MTV game show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there still a smoking section in Disney? Nope.
Nope.
Will you guys attempt any of the Icon Park attractions while in Orlando? Probably not, because I think they're mostly scary, right? I think.
A lot of them are.
What are your thoughts on Bob Chapek's leadership? Sorry to be so controversial. Let's just say we're not fans of it.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Oscar, head chef from Carnation Cafe? Yes,
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
Was on Legends of the Hidden Temples and...
Wow.
What? Tyler!
Oh, boy.
I need to know. Tell me everything. My mind is like blown.
Was that the one with the rock thing?
You mean Olmec?
No, not Olmec. What was the one that had the...
Oh, you're talking about Global Guts?
No, the one that...
Aggro Crag?
Aggro Crag. What's that?
That's Global Guts.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, but wait. Legends of the freaking Hidden Temple? Tell me everything. Were you the blue barracuda, silver snakes, purple monkeys? What were you? I need to know everything.
Look at
Did you
shout
get
out
to
to
go-
Olmec.
Dude! Tell me all about it. I was a Nick kid. Watch on Hulu. Let me tell you something. Go watch on Hulu. It was called The Orange Years.
Yeah, right now somebody's asking what the topic is. The topic right now is clearly
Nickelodeon. But go watch it on Hulu. I cried. I mean, I sobbed.
Magical Purple Parrots.
So good. You were shut up.
Do you still have your T-shirt?
Oh my gosh, I love.
Because you can buy the T-shirts now online. They have all of them. I looked them up.
Oh my god.
Only for Katie's sake. I was too old to watch those shows.
Dude, I love Nickelodeon more than it raised me. That and Disney raised me. I would pay good money to go through an adult version of the Double Dare obstacle. Oh god. Adam and I were texting about the time capsule the other day. We were like, dude, where is the...
Is it just me or did anyone else find Olmec creepy?
No!
Oh, Olmec.
He was not. I think he was...
Was he wise?
He was very wise. They have t-shirts on Etsy. Oh, God.
Yeah, they do.
I liked the Silver Snakes. I rooted for them a lot. The Blue Barracudas. I found them to be pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Remember Snick? Dude, Saturday Night Nick? Yeah.
She made me watch this whole documentary about Nickelodeon. It was
So
fascinating.
now you know. You did like it, though.
Well, I I like origin stories of any nature, especially when it involves production.
But I think what we found most awesome, and I didn't know this as a kid, was how different they were trying to be and how many women at the time were on the top at Nickelodeon.
Well, it was a woman who was running the entire
right,
thing.
but like it was so ahead of its time where they were so empowering to women and they were so trying to be educational and raise awareness to children and by doing it fun.
They were also not trying to BS kids either. They were trying to be straight with kids.
They were trying to be real, and they were trying to like introduce us to different like art and culture, and we didn't even realize it. It was so good. It was brilliant. Nickelodeon in the 90s was freaking brilliant.
And I've gotten to work on a lot of the award shows, the Kids Choice Awards. And it was always a lot of fun, and it was a great organization. The people were always nice that worked there. And
but Nick 90s though. Nick 90s.
Somebody says, as a kid, I loved watching MTV Singled Out. Well, guess what? I worked on every episode of that show. So if that ages me at all, or it makes me cool, I don't know. But that's where I met Chris Hardwick. That's where our friendship began, and yeah.
This is a good question. If you were in high school in the 90s, does that make you still a kid of the 90s? No, I don't think so.
That depends because...
I think the cutoff is middle school.
That depends because, interestingly, when I watched Kid 90, I brought this up earlier, with Soleil Moonfry, who's close to my age, she talks about growing up in the 90s. Now, I guess I grew up in the 90s too, but I always say that I grew up in the 80s because those were
but we're talking about kid. We're saying kid. That's the key word.
Well,
right
I know, but what part of kid are you? Because
kid is before teenager. Teenager is 13.
I don't know about that.
When you turn 13, you're a teenager. You're an adolescent between 10 and 12.
I know, but what I'm saying is, in terms of like people saying like kids, like when I worked on American Idol, we had like.
That's a term, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm literally bringing up.
But would you be defined as a 90s kid?
I'm not talking about defined. I'm talking about when you say,
what we're
I
saying.
grew up, in the 90s. Yes, I grew up in the 90s. I was still growing and learning and whatever.
But were you a kid of the 90s?
That's my point. That's why I'm bringing this up.
You're not a kid of the 90s. You're a kid of the 80s.
Right? But never mind. You understand what I'm trying to say. I'm saying that people perceive how they perceive of when they grew up, and like I was still growing up in the 90s.
Well, yeah, of course. As a teenager, I'm
not talking about like what you would write on an application for like something or whatever. I'm talking about
my definition, I guess, is kid. You're still under 18. Yes, still a kid.
Right, but like your
childhood.
But like Soleil Moonfry is like my age, and she says she was, a kid of the 90s. You're a kid of the 90s. You're like, 15 years younger than her. So
well, debatable, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. The 90s was the best. We're not fighting. We're talking, by the way.
This is debate. This is how we debate stuff. Yeah.
I was born in 1991. 90s kid to the max. Amen. That was me. I was 14 in 1990. I still felt like a kid. I still felt like a kid until I was like 25, honest to God.
And what I was saying about American Idol was...
Ooh, that's a good one.
I was in my like mid to late 30s doing the show. There was kids on the show. We called them the kids. Anytime we referred to the contestants on the show, they were the kids. Even if they were 20-something years old, we were like, okay, go grab the kids. We got to rehearse.
Okay, but that's just like a slang term, I think.
I know, but that's what we're talking about.
No, we were talking about like, would you be defined as? I think that's what we're more going into.
Whatever. Same thing.
The thing is, in the late 90s, I was raising my kids and they were watching Nick. So was I. That's awesome. See, I don't know if my mom really watched that. Are mommy and daddy going to get a divorce? No. If you haven't even seen us fight, dude, when we actually fight,
this is called debate.
Dude, we have gotten to fights because, like I said, we're fire signs. We will like yell, and then sometimes not. Does anyone remember Bug Juice? Yeah, so good. I loved Bug Juice. I actually watched I think they redid it at some point, and it was actually...
Yes, Michael, I remember Sigmund and the Sea Monster. I loved it. That was part of the Sid and Marty Croft...
You know what's going to happen again?
Shows. We're going to start doing the show thing, I know.
We are. So don't say it anymore.
It's lively banter, exactly.
I'm hot. Backstreet Boys are my group. I love that. I'm a yeller too. I just need to get it out, and then 5 minutes later we're good. Yeah, sometimes I get quiet. Like I'm one or the other. Like you don't want me to be very quiet, or you don't want me to be like yelling.
I didn't. Ed asked if I ever worked on the Saved by the Bell set. No, but I worked when I was working on the first incarnation. Well, actually, it's the second incarnation, but the one from the supermarket sweep. When they were doing Saved by the Bell, it was like shortly after. One of the stage managers on Supermarket Sweep worked on. Oh, was she a stage manager? No, she was a producer. No, she was stage manager. Anyways, somebody who worked on Supermarket Sweep worked on Saved by the Bell, and she was the stage manager, I think, of the AD on Saved by the Bell. It was right around that same time. That's as close as I got to that. And I've worked with Mario Lopez a ton. I think he's the only one I've worked with off of that out of that cast. But great guy, super talented. Yeah.
I still watch Full House episodes. It's so sad when people are posting like old episodes with, our Danny Tanner. It's just so crazy. Ugh. SeaWorld in Australia has a Nickelodeon water park and a monorail.
Wow.
So awesome. We're gonna start getting into the show thing. Well, here we go.
You were a teen on Win, Lose, or Draw, Disney Channel in 1990. I was 13. Guess what? I was the stage manager. Yeah.
Glad to hear Grad Night is coming back to Disneyland. I was there from 86.
Oh, wait, no. Win, Lose, or Draw, Disney in 1990, no. Sorry. I would have been... No, but yeah, maybe I was on that. I did that show, though. I did Win, Lose, or Draw for Disney. So I don't know what year it was, though, but I was the stage manager. Anyways. Was Justin... was the host named Justin Willman? Because that's who I worked with, so maybe it was a different version of it.
Yeah.
Was it Justin Willman? He's like a magician kid, really sharp, fun guy.
I am actually not happy that Grad Night is coming back. I'm happy for the kids, but I noticed that guests are really unhappy when it's Grad Night because they're wild teenagers that are in the park. And again, we were all wild teenagers, so
well, the only
no
problem
shade there. But the problem is they act like animals because they're wild. And they're really, like, kind of rude to guests and, like, little kids, and they're cussing and, throwing phones and acting like buttheads. Not all of them, so I don't want to, group. But 9 times out of 10, they're buttheads. And I try to avoid grad nights.
The problem, here's, to me, the problem with Grad Night at Disneyland. It's too many weeks of it. It's insane how much they...
Yeah,
it's like an invasion of like 2 weeks of it.
Are they doing a lot of nights? Does anybody know the schedule?
That's my only beef. It's like, that's cool. Let them have their night. They earned it, Yeah. Let them have their fun and be kids and be wild. That's fine. But every night for how many nights? It's like, it's incessant. It's
how
too
many?
much.
I'm curious though because it changed. Is it a lot? Does anybody happen to know the schedule offhand? Like, is it a lot like it used to be? Out of curiosity. Ooh, who's talking about Spice Girls? I'm obsessed with the Spice Girls. Yeah, it's okay, so it's May 13th, 14th, 19th, 20th. Ooh,
look at all those days. That's too much.
I mean, I know that it gives...
That's way too many days. I'm sorry.
I know that it's good for the kids and they like it and it's pretty rad for them.
3, 6, 8... It's like more than 2 weeks worth of days where it's like, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that they would they didn't have them there all day type thing because that's what I mean is they just get, and thank you for people throwing in those dates. But yeah, I feel like they just don't know how to behave. Not all of them. Again, there's been kids that are great, but they kind of like I said, they act like wild and crazy and obnoxious. They're sneaking alcohol in water bottles. They do the dumbest things that don't make it a very Disney-friendly atmosphere.
You would think that they would just go to like Magic Mountain or something. Like that's more of a teenage place, whereas Disneyland, is so tame and
I understand.
family.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't know why
yeah.
it's a grad night spot. It's kind of bizarre to me because teenagers are kind of too cool.
Yeah, see, in my day, it started at 10 p.m.
Yeah, and it went till like 4 in the morning.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, mine went all night, but they're not doing that anymore.
Somebody said it right here. Donovan, grad night should be Magic Mountain and shit. Exactly.
Yeah, or like Knott's, you know. And it used to be after hours, or Universal Studios, just not Disneyland. But again, you know, says the guy who went for his 18th birthday. Yep, that's. I think everybody's different though.
Yeah, but I wasn't going there. I went with my mom and my best friend, and it wasn't like I was going there to like
Yeah.
do deviant stuff. You know what I mean?
But also, again, I'm going to reiterate this again. That's not all the teens and the kids.
No.
I'm just saying it's a higher percentage of.
It's a G-rated park by
rowdiness.
design, says Lauren.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a higher level of rowdiness. So.
Yeah.
But I'm low key and don't drink, so I was content at grad night. But classmates were crazy. Yeah, it's like, you know, teenagers are just teenagers. It's part of life. They deserve that too. I think, especially after you graduate, like go wild, have fun.
Yeah. What time is it now? Ashley says because I remember going overnight. Yeah, I remember it being an overnight thing.
I think now they do where they go in the day and then they go to DCA at like, at least the last time I remember it, which was like what, 2018, 2019, and then they stay late, like they close down DCA. But I just remember being at Disneyland in line for, you know, Thunder Mountain, and they're jumping over, they're climbing on the rocks, they're doing TikTok. I mean, I can imagine now it's TikToks, but I'm sure it's just, you know, I've been standing behind a group where they're just cussing and there's little kids standing there. Now again, cuss words do slip out. I am no stranger to that, but there's just things that happen. You know, I catch them with water bottles that have alcohol in them, so it's like they just do dumb things. And again, they're kids.
Mark Price was the host of Teen Win Lose or Draw. Okay.
So
it was a different version. Mine was like little kids that I did.
Right. When I was in high school, dinosaurs roamed the earth, and it was an overnight event. Yeah, it was overnight for me too. Mine went from 9 to 1 or 2 and back on the bus by 2:30, 3 a.m. back home. Yeah, that's kind of what and maybe they still do that. Aren't you glad you don't have teenagers? LOL. Yes, for any parent that has teens right now, sending you all my love, because that is some hard years. I think that, and they say toddlers are, whew, it's a lot of work. So
they must
give yourself a pat on the back if you're handling that right now.
Disneyland must make a pretty penny off that if they're still pushing that and allowing so many days. They must make a lot of money on it. It's all I can think of. I just don't.
I don't know. I don't know. My grad night was back in 2018. We were there from 12 to 2 a.m. So there you go. They had park hoppers. That's what I'm talking about. The DCA was the DCA was 10 to 2. They closed it down. The school was also reserved the ESPN building for breakfast and left at 4 a.m. We behaved. Good for you for behaving. But again, I don't blame them. I don't blame the teens for acting crazy. I acted like a...
Oh, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't have snuck alcohol in or done anything like that. But, you know, so... Okay, Joanna, I have 2 teen boys. Ooh! I have 3 teenagers. That's why I have cats. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's... they say the toddlers and the teenagers are... They put you through it. So, like I said... Pat on the back for you if you are going through that. Teens will be teens. You know, so you gotta do it. We had one park and the old trams. Oh, I love the old trams. Does anybody remember the trams that were yellow? Those were my favorite. When I was a kid, I used to like think,
what's up, Kevin?
Hey Kevin, I hope you're feeling better. I'm so sorry you got a little sick. I'll stick with cats. I love that. Oh my gosh, my Disneyland grad night was 93 and the rival school canceled our buses to get there. Had to be rescheduled for a later date. Whoa.
Ruthless.
Wow. Brittany says, Katie, I got the weighted Mickey Mouse blankie for... the Mickey Mouse, not the blankie, for anxiety. He's so cute. Dude, I love snuggling those. I like the Pua one. That was the newest one. Let me me see here. What time is it, by the way? We gotta get going. I realize we've been on here just going.
We're rambling.
Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock. We have to get up for Rook Chomp, and I haven't even packed our lunches or anything.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. What's happening Wednesday?
That was fun.
Thanks to all our Patreons. Thanks to everybody who donated super chats. Thanks to everybody for all the good questions and interactions. Yeah, we'll stay
go
tuned
live
for
tomorrow.
Yeah, stay tuned for that and more vlogs. And on the way out, please hit the thumbs up.
Please do.
It helps us out a lot.
Thank you to our moderators too.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys so much.
Thanks to Jason, Jeff Pike, and Victor. Those are their symbols.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. And yeah, good night, everybody. I see y'all saying
Turn
good night.
on your bell notifications so you don't miss Disneyland live stream tomorrow. You don't want to miss it.
And if you're not subscribed, it's free. Subscribe to our channel. And you'll be in the know. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time on Best Life and Beyond.